in order. Mr. Gideon, I have here that you are charged with a felony under Florida law. Please give your statement.
Your Honor, I request this court to appoint counsel to represent me in this trial.
Mr. Gideon, I am sorry, but I cannot appoint counsel to represent you in this case. Under the laws of the state of Florida, the only time the court can appoint counsel to represent a defendant is when that person is charged with a capital offense. I am sorry, but I have to deny your request to appoint counsel to represent you in this case.
The United States Supreme Court says I am entitled to be represented by counsel.
I am again sorry. Since this is the decision of the Bretts versus Brady, I must again deny your request. There is no more need for discussion, Mr. Gideon. The jury has spoken. I hereby state that you are found guilty. As for punishment, Mr. Gideon, I sentence you to 5 years of imprisonment.
At that very moment, Gideon realized he had no choice but to represent himself. He fought hard to avoid any charges, but at the end of the case, the jury found him guilty. After Gideon was sentenced, he became very angry. Whilst in prison, he filed a petition to the Florida Supreme Court. Within it, he challenged his conviction that the trial judge refused to appoint a counsel for him, thus violating his constitutional rights.
Gideon, wake up! You have a letter.
The Florida Supreme Court denied his petition, but Gideon was not about to give up.
What? They messed with the wrong Gideon.
Gideon began to write another petition, this time to the Supreme Court.
Out here.
Yes! I can't believe it! Guard! Read this! Look! I can't believe the Supreme Court has actually accepted to listen to my case. Isn't it incredible?
Oh yeah, it's incredible. But do I look like a guy who cares? Now be quiet. You annoy me enough with your horrendous body odor.
Gideon starts to speak. The trial goes on for a while to determine if the Sixth Amendment was actually violated, and at the very end...
After long deliberations, the court has unanimously decided that Gideon's conviction was unconstitutional. Now, Justice Black, will you please state your reasoning?
Now, on behalf of myself and Justices Warren, Brennan, Stewart, White, and Goldberg, reason and reflection require us to recognize that in our adversary system of criminal justice, any person hailed into court who is too poor to hire a lawyer cannot be assured a fair trial unless counsel is provided.
Will Justice Clark now stand and state your opinion on this matter?
I believe that the Sixth Amendment to the Constitution does not distinguish between capital and non-capital cases, so legal counsel must be provided for indigent defendant in all cases.
Lastly, will Justice Harlan also stand and state his opinion in this case?
Thank you, Your Honor. I believe that the mere existence of a serious criminal charge in itself constituted special circumstances requiring the services of counsel at trial.
Thank you, Justice Harlan. With all said, this case is done.